The lawyer reading my uncle's will suddenly stopped and called the police. At first, we thought it was some kind of mistake. Funerals are emotional. Maybe he needed a moment. But then 2 police officers walked into the room and looked directly at one of my relatives. That's when I realized my uncle's final wish wasn't about money. It was about exposing a criminal. Before we continue, subscribe so you don't miss more suspenseful stories with shocking twists and unforgettable endings. My Uncle Henry was the richest person in our family. He owned several properties, had investments everywhere, and was worth millions. When he passed away at the age of 71, relatives I hadn't seen in years suddenly appeared at the funeral. Everyone claimed they were heartbroken. But everyone knew why they were really there. The inheritance. The day after the funeral, the entire family gathered at a law office for the reading of the will. The atmosphere was tense. People smiled at each other, but it felt fake. Everyone was secretly calculating how much money they were about to receive. The lawyer opened a sealed envelope and began reading. A few family members inherited jewelry. Others received cash gifts. Everything seemed completely normal. Then he reached the final page. His voice stopped. The room fell silent. He stared at the paper for several seconds. Then he read it again. His face suddenly lost all color. "Excuse me," he said quietly. He stood up, left the room and closed the door behind him. Everyone looked confused. A few minutes later he returned. But he wasn't alone. 2 police officers walked in behind him. My heart nearly stopped. One officer stepped forward. "Before we continue, we'd like everyone to remain seated." Nobody moved. The lawyer unfolded a separate handwritten letter. "It appears your uncle left instructions that required immediate police involvement." The room went silent. He began reading. "If this letter is being read after my death, there is something my family must know. One of the people in this room has been stealing from me for years." Gasps echoed across the room. The lawyer continued, "I have documented evidence hidden inside the safe behind the painting in my study. If my suspicions are correct, the thief is my nephew, Daniel." Everyone turned toward Daniel. He laughed. "This is ridiculous." But nobody else was laughing. The police immediately obtained permission to search the property. Hours later they returned, and they found exactly what Uncle Henry had described. Inside the safe were years of bank statements, forged signatures, fake transfer records, and security footage. Daniel had secretly stolen hundreds of thousands of dollars from my uncle over the years. But then came the truly shocking discovery. My uncle had installed hidden cameras after becoming suspicious. The footage showed Daniel sneaking into the house and tampering with important documents shortly before my uncle's death. The investigation that followed uncovered even more fraud. That same evening, Daniel was arrested. The family was stunned, but Uncle Henry wasn't finished. The lawyer opened one final envelope. Inside was an amendment to the will. Every dollar that would have gone to Daniel had been redirected to local charities, scholarships, and children's hospitals. Millions of dollars would now help people who actually needed it. For the first time all day, people smiled. My uncle knew exactly what was happening. He gathered the evidence. He planned everything carefully. And even after his death, he made sure justice was served. Daniel lost everything. Thousands of strangers gained a better future. And the lawyer reading my uncle's will didn't just reveal an inheritance. He revealed a crime. If you enjoyed this story, subscribe now for more suspenseful stories with shocking endings you won't see coming.